The valedictory address will be delivered by Mr. Mathew Varghese.
Good evening. On behalf of the class of 2020, I would like to welcome all administrators, faculty, alumni, friends, family, and distinguished guests. First off, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, first of all, for guiding me and leading me up until this point. God has provided for me in tremendous and wonderful ways, and I could never have even dreamed of reaching this place by myself. At a time like this, I feel that it is important to show gratitude toward all our friends and family who've been with us throughout our lives. For me, I would like to thank my mother for her patience, my father for his guidance, my grandparents for their wisdom, and my brother for never failing to make me laugh. Moreover, I would like to thank Dr. Vincent and all the administrators who made this day possible for us during this unforeseen time, and for all the support they've shown us at our time at Wylie ISD. I would like to thank our amazing principal, Mr. Montgomery, for his never-ending energy and willingness to support us in all our endeavors, most clearly shown through his presence at almost every single one of our events, and in the past few months, his home visits. Wylie High School and the experience here would not have been the same without the many teachers who pushed us beyond our normal limits. Our teachers have taught us many lessons and prepared us for the journey that lies ahead. I would like to thank all the teachers that had the task of dealing with me, for spending countless hours before and after school guiding me through the content and never failing to provide encouragement. Honestly, when first considering what I would say in this speech, I didn't know where to start. First, I thought I could go through the 4 years, recounting memories we had along the way, from all the choir, band, orchestra concerts, all the exciting matchups we had in football, basketball, baseball, softball, student council preparing for dances and other events, the robotics team always dominating at contests, and the many lives we saved through blood donations. Next, I could also talk about the struggles we overcame. I thought I could recount how the entire class came together due to the loss of one of our own classmates, Azan. I thought I could talk about the crazy experience we've had in the past few months, and how it truly showed us that high school has little to do with the buildings, the classrooms, or anything tangible, but it's more about the relationships we made with one another, the way we show kindness to the people we may not know, and the fire lit within us that will drive us to success far after we leave these walls. Finally, the other day, as I was just watching YouTube with nothing to do, I stumbled upon a simple story. You may have heard it. One day, a farmer's donkey fell into an old dry well. The animal cried out for hours as the farmer struggled for a solution. Finally, he arrived at the grim decision that as the donkey was older and the well needed covering up anyway, it would be best to abandon his wish to retrieve the animal. Standing firm in his choice, he grabbed a shovel and with a few others, began to move dirt into the well. Realizing what was happening, the donkey at first cried and wailed horribly. Then a few shovelfuls later, he quieted down completely. As the farmer looked down into the well, he was shocked by what he saw. The donkey shook off each shovelful of dirt and stepped up closer to the rim of the well. Not long after, the animal was able to take the final step over the edge and move freely, to the amazement of the farmer and his friends. Although this tale is simple, there's much to take from it. As we go through life, there will arise multiple occasions where we feel like the dirt is being thrown at us. At these times, it's easy to lose hope and feel as though your work thus far was meaningless. Although it's normal to feel this way, especially when we lose our friends and family members or are betrayed by those we trusted, we must remember to never let these emotions overwhelm and cover us. Taking each obstacle one step at a time, we must shake them off and look to the future, holding on to and remembering the parts that make life meaningful and worthwhile. It's also important to never surround ourselves with an environment filled with negativity and discouraging thoughts. I'm reminded of a teacher who poured water into a glass and asked his class how heavy the glass of water was. He received a range of responses, none of which he accepted as correct. Instead, he told his students that the weight of the glass doesn't matter. What matters is how long I hold it. If I hold it for a minute or two, it's fairly light. If I hold it for an hour straight, its weight might make my arm ache a little. If I hold it for a day straight, my arm will cramp up and feel completely numb, forcing me to drop the glass. In each case, the weight of the glass doesn't change. But the longer I hold it, the heavier it feels to me. The problems, anxiety, and worry we have are much like the water in the glass. It's normal to face problems and worry in life. If we think of them for a while, simply to learn from our mistakes, nothing happens. However, as we start to mull over the negative aspects of life for long periods of time, it begins to weigh us down. Until we learn to set down the glass of water, it'll be difficult to truly set your mind on another task and get out of the well we find ourselves in. In all of our lives, troubles and hardships will arise one after another. Life will do its best to beat us down to the point of giving up. There's a saying that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. As pirates, I believe we all possess this toughness, and if we trust in the future and love what we do, it will be difficult for any problem to stand in our way. Congrats to the class of 2020, and I'm excited to see how we'll change the world.